Hey guys, for this episode of My Side Hustle Story, it will be about the guy that created My Pillow. And it says he went from entrepreneur, he went from crack addict to entrepreneur and made millions. So, his name is Mike Lindell, and it says, there aren't many crack addicts who've become successful, but he's one of them. It can be done, people, he said. He's an amazing American success story and is one long and strange trip, it says. From college dropout to aspiring entrepreneur. My Pillow is located in Lindell's hometown of Chaska, Minnesota, outside of Minneapolis, a place he's always stayed close to. One day he said he felt like he was just wasting his time. He quit school and continued working both jobs, including one at a grocery store. Actually got fired at the grocery store, Lindell said. He clashed with the manager, but he believes the manager sparked his entrepreneurial spirit. And the boss said, well, Mike, if you don't like it here, maybe get your own company someday. Lindell did that, but only after several failures. From there, he was a 22-year-old kid from Minnesota. Again, got in more trouble with his bosses. He apparently launched a lot of side hustle ventures, including trying to raise pigs. He said that went south when the pigs broke out of the pen he had set up in a residential area. Then the hog market collapsed and I lost everything, he says. Jeez. But, he obviously has that entrepreneurial spirit, and, he was stuck in dead-end jobs, but he kept trying and trying and trying. Eventually, though, Lindell started working as a bartender, and then he bought a bar. He said it probably wasn't a real good idea because I was an addict at the time, a pretty hardcore cocaine addict. And then his invention, little side hustle, My Pillow, appeared in his dream one night. I was 16 years old at some store in Minnesota working as a bag boy, and with one of my checks I went out and bought a $70 pillow in 1977. Who does that as a teenager? In 2004, the idea for My Pillow came to him in a dream. I got up in the middle of the night. It was about 2 a.m, and I had My Pillow written everywhere in the kitchen and all over the house. One of his daughters came upstairs to get a glass of water and asked, "What are you doing, Dad?" Lindell said he told her, "I've got this idea for this pillow. It's called My Pillow. What do you think?" He said her reaction still makes him laugh. She goes, "That's really random," and she went back upstairs. And just think that pillow product is now a multi-million-dollar idea. But it started off as a side hustle. Once he came up with the idea, a relative suggested to Lindell that he set up a kiosk in the mall. I said, "What's a kiosk and how do you spell that?" He borrowed $15,000 to set up a kiosk during Christmas, but sold only the 80 pillows. However, one buyer was a man who ran a local home show in Minneapolis. The man was so impressed with the pillow, he invited Lindell to come to the next show. That's when sales started to take off. We sold out. Here's him with the pillow, and here's him probably after doing crack. The article says that he hit rock bottom. His marriage ended. He lost his house, and he almost lost his business. Fast forward to here, he eventually did an infomercial, and he ended up selling a lot of pillows, obviously. He sold 30 million pillows with revenues growing from $100,000 a year to close to 300 million. And yeah, it just shows that anyone can start a side hustle and start somewhere. The guy who created this My Pillow empire had the idea while high on crack. He woke up from a crack crash, saw this pillow in his head, in his dreams, and he saw the words of My Pillow written all over the walls, and he was still addicted to crack during this whole thing. And then, but regardless, he followed through with the idea and only ended up getting sober later. So the moral of the story: just do it. just like Mark Lindell. My side has a story. Until next time.